Hello and welcome viewers. You're watching Business World. I'm Bhupendra Pantola. We have with us Lieutenant Colonel Randeep Hundal. Welcome to Business World.
Thank you very much.
So you have been bestowed with the award today.
Yeah.
Just what this award means to you, what it symbolizes, if you can comment.
See, the Business World per se is a very prestigious award in the industry, and getting this award, I feel quite humbled to be considered for this award. And though we have been in the industry for more than 15 years now, but certainly this award enhances the credibility of our organization, which is a very reputed thing for us.
So, sir, your expertise also lies in the drone technology. So, if you can define and convey to our viewers what are the future ahead, which technologies are going to leverage the drone industry? Over to you.
See, as we all know that drone is going to be the future specifically for the security, for homeland security. It is going to be implemented in logistics. It's going to be implemented in retail. A lot of government agencies are using it. So we do see that there is a lot of scope, in the drone technology. We already have our drone training center, and I'm a qualified drone pilot, and I intend to now do my instructor grading. And we see that it has got a lot of potential, and since it's the future, we are the early ones who are getting into this, and we hope so we should be able to even get into manufacturing of drones.
Okay. So you rightly mentioned about the training aspects. You are into training also. So if you have to comment over what are the training requirements or the activities that you make the people, the workforce perform in order to leverage their skill set, in order to be more efficient?
See, we all know that more or less, we have more than 50,000 security companies in India. 50,000 is the number which is registered with CAPC. So more or less, the workforce is same. So what differentiates between one company and another is the training, that how well you train your person. It makes all the difference. The same person when is untrained, or if he is not given any training, the way he performs, and the same person when he's trained, he performs totally differently. So we have realized that very early now, and we have our training centers across India. We also are empaneled with, in fact, partnered with the National Skill Development Corporation, where we have training centers across India. So we are mobilizing people first to our training centers, giving them a basic PASARA Act training, and then giving them on-job training. So it makes a hell lot of a difference when all the eminent speakers are also emphasized on the training part. So that's what we feel is the differentiator, a big differentiator.
So, sir, you come from the army background, and we have seen that even in the private security sector, army skill set aligns a lot with the private security providing. So on that thing, what are the key skills, or what are the key, from the mindset point of view, you can say the behavioral aspect that you think that aligns with any security sector per se?
See, as far as my defense is concerned, or a paramilitary force is concerned, there is the only difference between the defense, paramilitary forces and the private security is the training. So it is training, and training. So the emphasis is always in defense. Even till your 10 years of service, or even till 20 years of service, every time you are doing different courses. So you keep your, upgrading your training, you keep upgrading yourself. So that is the only key, I think, at every level, that is very, very important.
Okay. So at times what we see, sir, is the private security providers, they too are under utmost risk, and they also, undergo all the challenges. on that, what if you have to suggest something on that? That what are the compensations or what are the regulatory things that can be amplified or that can be enhanced to address their apprehension? Anything that you would like to
see? First thing first is that security guards that even our federation is trying to do is still comes under the guard comes under the unskilled category in the Minimum Wages Act. Guard is not unskilled. He is doing the most important job. Securing the premises or securing the lives. So he should be considered as a skilled category. And apart from that, I personally feel not even skilled. There should be a different category where he should be paid handsome salary, because he's putting his life at risk. And these people, even in the private sector, companies are not even the last priority is to pay the security company, which should be the first priority, because they are the only ones who are guarding your everything. So other than that, there is provident fund, there is employee insurances, there is gratuity bonus act which covers them, but that doesn't make a lot of a difference. So I surely feel that as far as monetary compensation is concerned, the government per se should look into it, and the private sector themselves should be more open in giving monies to the guards. So,
last question I would like to ask you is over the Agniveer scheme that the government will be introducing, and so do you think that those limited period of training or into the force service will mostly be absorbed by security sector? How will it play out afterwards? Just your vision of.
See, one is it's a very good initiative by the government, and we do foresee a few problems, because the quantum is very big, which is now being absorbed by the forces. And again, only 25% of these will be retained, though the government is still thinking on retaining around 50% people. But even if the 50% lot is coming out, it is going to be a huge, concern for everyone. But having said that, I personally feel that these guys who are going to be trained, who have already had at least 3 years exposure with the forces. When I left the army, we were considered. I'm talking about in 2005 that army officers are only good for security jobs, which is totally incorrect, because the kind of exposure the army people have, we have exposure in all domains. Though security being our forte, but security doesn't happen in just picking up a gun and going fighting. It involves your leadership qualities, your administrative qualities, and all the other qualities that is required to make it a success. So now if you see that army officers are working in every domain, be it even in sales they are doing. I myself started my career in sales. Okay, then it is HR, you call it admin, you call it finance, procurement. They are doing phenomenally well. So I see that the Agniveer should be considered not just that they should be absorbed in security, but I think looking at their talent, they can be absorbed in every sector. So once we are open to that, I'm sure it is going to be benefit for the country.
So the talent is not just limited to the private security, it can be absorbed in any sector. That's the final words. Thank you so much, Dr. Nirgana, for talking to us. It was a pleasure talking to you.